Alright, we've got 3 packages, although one arrived last week. This one would be my anime stuff. We'll just hit the camera. Okay, and this one is technically not anime, but I guess I'm going to try to open it and record it anyway. So, probably one of, as you can see, there's another copy of Thundercat Season 2 Volume 2. The previous 2 versions I bought both had the same problem. Now, if I turned one, I'd rather have a broken one than a more broken one. And as you can see, I got some desktop fans, so that creaky fan in the background will be not an issue after tonight, I guess. I'm going to set this aside because we'll actually go a little into that and test it. Why don't we begin with Naruto Shippuden DVD set 28. So the release date was last weekend, I believe, and if you noticed it, well, the reason it arrived today was because Amazon's supply hadn't come in, or I didn't get in the first shipment or something like that. I don't know the details. All I know is Amazon said they didn't know when they would ship it, and so I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to Right Stuff because this is a priority watch because it is with my friend, and we plan our get-togethers around. Well, I mean, technically we get together regardless of whether or not those come down, but we changed the night's plans ever so slightly if they come out so that we can make sure we watch it in a single evening if we can. Oh, I guess I already got most of it. Well, in any case, the yeah. So, I guess first we should look at the back of these, because this is region A, this is Japanese with English subtitles only. Does this actually say... It says it includes all 12 episodes on 2 discs. So, first we got the Blu-ray version with the same artwork on the back. And then the DVD version here, also 2 discs. The same 2 disc artworks. Interesting. It's not a common Sentai Filmworks occurrence, but it's happened sometimes in the past. And then we got a Hakuoki Season 1 on Blu-ray. I think it was previously released DVD only. Otherwise, as you can see, this is a rather small update this week. I didn't check too closely to see if lots of things were delayed or anything like that, but it looks about right. And I haven't gotten any emails saying that, like, Right Stuff was trying to ship something, couldn't because of any reason. Compared to the DVD would be interesting, but not much of an option. So, that's this week's anime DVD collection update. But I'm also going to go a little bit into Thundercats Season 2 Volume 2. What's happening is the 4th disc, labeled Volume 10, of course, because this is the second half of Season 2, keeps having 2 episodes that don't play on me. And I guess we're going to... We're going to put this in this computer down here. Yeah, I guess the G drive's one of the more stable and reliable drives. Part of this is for my own safety. Part of this is, if the problem's there, y'all get to see it. Especially since I can't remember the name of the 2 episodes, and they're probably not particularly notable episodes either. We'll let VLC do it. We'll go to the menu. Come on, VLC, try harder. Crap. Okay. We'll go for Total Media Theater. I mean, given that the previous 2 I bought had the same exact problem, Okay, well, this isn't necessarily a problem when it's playing fast like that and barely playing at all. I don't know entirely what's up with that. Let's see. It's a little transparent, but that shouldn't be a problem. I've had a couple of discs that do that on a couple of other sets, but it still played right. So I'm going to put it in the H drive. Usually just switching up which drive they were in tends to do it. It could be my DVD decrypting software, my DVD playing software. You never know. This is definitely annoying. Not sure what's going on here. So we're moving over to the E drive, which because at this point we're getting close to the point where I need to try it in an actual DVD drive, which I guess the TV's on, so we'll prepare that in case we need to do that. Since you never know if... Okay, well that's weird, but it's playing right. So let's go to the root menu. It's Screw Loose and Malcar, which keep not playing for me. Oh, look at that. That looks good. I bet Malcar works fine too. Okay, so the might be a little weird, but I don't know. Sometimes you just take what you get. So this week's anime DVD collection update. That's much better. Now there's just a fan of the hum of the MacBook over there. Anyways, I think last week I had not finished Mikaguri's School Suite. So what can I really say about it, ending-wise? I guess it kind of lacked a solid feeling for watching it, per se. I wouldn't call it necessarily bad, but maybe not mind-blowing or anything like that. I did enjoy bits and pieces of it. Something about it, yeah, it's hard to remember everything, because it's been a while. What have I been doing with my time? Anyways, yeah, finished it. It was okay. Let's see. Next up, Naruto Shippuden DVD set 28. This one was mostly flashback, but I think it's some of the more enjoyable flashback stuff we've seen, which doesn't say that much, because most of the Naruto flashback stuff has been, I don't know, I'm not exactly saying boring, but usually I'm not very enthralled to see flashback stuff, and this was some of the better of that. And granted, it wasn't as excited as some of the stuff happening in the present in the series, but at the same time, if they're going to delay, this has been some of the better delay I've seen in the series for quite a while. Loads better than Three Tails. But outside of that, I think I got the impression that this is kind of stopping at a certain point so that maybe the next set returns back to modern day stuff, unless there's more filler of some sort. I don't know. Next up, I decided to watch Chaika the Coffin Princess Season 2, The Avenging Battle. This one also has OVA, or the OVA on it. I thought it was nice. It kind of felt like it was worthwhile watching the Chaika stuff. Like, if it had just been the first season, then it almost would have been kind of pointless to watch. Maybe not necessarily bad, but kind of lacking and not much substance in what we had gotten there. There's a lot of substance. It's just, you know, no fulfilling sustenance, I mean. Second season, you know, it's not perfect. I can kind of understand why it's rated the way it's rated, because it did come to an end, and I thought it used all the components I would have thought it should use. And I wouldn't say it was necessarily playing it safe. So all of that seems like it would be good things, and I guess it was just kind of, it didn't feel like a moment built up to per se. Like, it felt like it would have been nicer if maybe the last handful of episodes had taken about twice as much space. Now granted, you know, not everything's perfect. For what it did, I actually thought it was pretty good. But, you know, it still kind of has that weird feeling. Imperfect series, but I think actually a kind of nice one. Meanwhile, you have the OVA. I guess it was an amusing little OVA. Nothing too notable about it, I guess. A lot more fan servicey than the series itself was. In fact, I'm not sure if I can think of much fan serviceness that happened, but the series itself, yeah. But, you know, ultimately, it's not supposed to change anything that happened during the series. It's just supposed to be an amusing side thing, and I think it fulfills that task pretty well. So, outside of that, what was I going to talk about? Let's see. Obviously, if anybody's curious where my time's disappeared off to, I haven't been reading as much of his Dark Instruments or the Golden Compass trilogy or whatever. It's happened here and there, but things have just become, I don't know, all weird. I guess the friend I'm watching stuff with, we're currently watching Serial Experiments Lane, and you know, if that series is confusing, I'm sure by this point it is. It's 7 episodes in, but it's interesting how hard it is to see that when you've watched it enough times and you have pretty good ideas what means what. I don't know. I really like the series, though. It's strangely compelling. I don't know how to explain that one. But time waste, well, I have been doing some Super Mario Maker stuff. I guess I was watching some YouTube videos, and I'm like, I guess I want to try a couple of things. I haven't made anything particularly notable. I guess I could try to record it if desired, but I don't know. I've got at least one more stage idea in mind that I want to play with, and I don't know. For that one, we will have to see. But outside of that, I wonder, I guess that completes this anime DVD collection update. So, y'all have a nice week.